Visibility
Tell
10.
Brandon, okay, let's try this.
Sky conditions. View at 4700 feet.
Sending to
Send.
View at 1000 feet. Broken at 5,000 feet.
All right.
Niner.
We're going to try
2.2.
this.
Altimeter 3004. Density altitude 900 feet. Arriving and departing runways 315 9.
All right. We are going to try this now, guys. I'm going to hope that it is good now. I'm hoping. Please be good now. So, up. I hear myself. I don't hear it going. So here's what I'm going to do just for a second. I'm going to play the music on like I do with the opener. Not the whole thing though, just for a couple minutes. So just hold on and I'll be right back.
Yeah. On a new journey, I'm headed to the top. Don't got time for the haters, so they better just stop. Yep. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got a plan for success, so baby come and watch. Just like a tree in the desert, notch after notch. Oh, oh, oh. And when you come looking for me, girl, you can find me at the top. Oh, oh, oh. Like lions, tigers, and bears, oh me, oh my. Don't let them scare you, spread your wings and fly. Ooh, 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 ooh. Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my. They can all be so scary. Keep rocking forward, always gotta try. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't ever think that you can't win. Gotta hold that head up high, let the party begin. Yeah. Nah, nah, nah. Nah, 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 nah. Go after what you want, that's when you will never fall. Like lions, tigers, and bears, oh me, oh my, oh my. Don't let them scare you, spread your wings and fly. Ooh, 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 ooh. Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my. They can all be so scary. Keep rocking forward, always gotta try. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. The poor can't get rich, and the sick can't get well. Just like fires that get hot, put them out with the water at the well. Nah, nah, nah. Nah, 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 nah. Like lions, tigers, and bears.
All right, you guys, we're back on. We're at the pushback area. Got to do a pushback. I'm hoping we're good. I believe their thing, I'm just going to give you guys a heads up that Spectrum is doing updates almost every day. I don't know what's going on, but they're doing a bunch of updates. Talk in the chat, Brandon. I mean, that's going to help me better unless you're distracted or whatever, but it's easier just to talk in chat because I don't hear my phone when I got my headphones on. So, anyways, I think we got Brandon connected, I believe. I don't know who else yet, but we're going to get this going, though. Let me make sure. you want to request pushback with startup, please?
I can't handle that request unless I am in charge of the comms.
Oh,
You'll need to handle it or hand over comms control to me.
I'll do it myself. Alright. Allegiant requesting pushback with startup.
Allegiant 973, pushback with startup approved. Tail northeast.
Tail northeast. Tail northeast. Let me confirm that. You did say pushback approved startup tail northeast? Allegiant. Confirming pushback with startup tail northeast. This is where you answer me, Jackwagon.
Allegiant 973, pushback with startup tail northeast confirmed.
All right. Allegiant requesting tug. We're at gate 35. Brandon, you still ain't said nothing. What's going on here?
Flight deck. The tug is on its way.
Why am I not hearing from Brandon? Tell Brandon Armstrong, is chat not working or are you just not talking on it?
Sending to Brit.
Send.
Bypass pin inserted. Just let me know when you're ready to start the pushback.
Repeat that.
I don't understand. Please clarify your request.
Stand by. Brandon, I just restarted the turn on Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi is already turned on.
Brandon
Wi-Fi
Armstrong.
settings.
Test.
There you go. See, it works. Alright. Now, hopefully, let's see how pushback does. Alright. Parking brake released, ready for pushback, tail northeast.
Ground to flight deck. Alright, release the parking brake now. We're gonna start pushback facing northeast.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Brandon, Brandon, here we go now. Brandon, Brandon, here we go now. Brandon!
Ground to flight deck. Cleared for engine start in sequence.
All right. Gonna start these engines, Brandon. Guys, he's been avoiding me all day. I've been sitting here sweating from my head to my toes, trying to fix stuff, and he's been ignoring me all day, David. All day. No, I'm just kidding.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Allegiant Air Flight 973 Romeo, heading from Sioux Falls to St. Petersburg. Our captain today is John, and assisting him is First Officer JD.
We're gonna do a
I'm
damn
the flight
thing,
attendant.
baby.
Joining me today
We're gonna
are
do
my
it.
fellow crew members, Sarah, Mike,
Brandon,
Jessica,
what'd you
and
think
Tom.
about the new
We're
song?
delighted to
Did
have
you
you
or
with
did
us
you
on
hear?
this
Well, you
journey.
didn't hear all of it.
Our
You only
flight
heard
time
part of
today
it, but
is approximately 2 hours
I love it,
and
dude.
38 minutes, cruising at an altitude of 39,000 feet. Before we take off,
I love
I'd
the
like
whole
to take a
part where
moment
it
to go
said
over some
lions,
important safety
tigers, and
information.
bears. Oh
Please
my.
pay close attention, even if you are a frequent flyer. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release, lift the upper portion
We're going
of the
2
buckle.
knots,
We
Brandon.
recommend
That is
keeping
way
the
too
seatbelt
fast.
fastened
You
at
need
all
to
times
slow
while
down, buddy.
in case of unexpected
Guys, he is
turbulence.
he is just
In the
being
event of a
out of
sudden cabin
control.
pressure change, oxygen
Leave
masks
it to
will drop into
Brandon.
the compartment
Brandon
above your seat.
Armstrong.
Pull the mask
I
towards
haven't been
you to
avoiding
start the flow of
anybody all day
oxygen.
for your
Place it over
information,
nose and
LOL.
mouth, and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to put on your mask before assisting others.
I'm gonna,
Your life vest is located under your seat.
bro. What am I
In the
gonna
unlikely event
do
of
with
a water
you?
landing, remove the vest from its container and pull it over your head. Fasten the straps around your waist and pull to tighten. Inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tabs or by blowing into the tubes on
Ground
either
to flight
side.
deck. Pushback
This
complete. Please
Boeing
ensure parking brakes are set.
737-600
Standing by for
is
confirmation of
equipped
good
with 8
engine start and
emergency
report when ready for
exits,
disconnect.
2 forward doors, 4 overwing exits, and 2 rear doors. Please take a moment to locate
Brandon
the exit
Armstrong.
nearest you, keeping
I
in
like
mind
the new
that it may
song's
be
rhythm.
behind you.
Engine 1 started.
In the event of an evacuation, follow the floor lighting to the nearest exit.
Engine 1 cut
Thank
out.
you for your attention. We hope you have a pleasant flight with us today.
All right.
David SUT.
Uh-oh.
All engines stable. Cabin crew prepare for takeoff.
Parking brake set. All engines stable. Sup, David?
All right. Bye.
Before taxi flow.
Ground to flight deck. Bypass pin removed. We've disconnected and crew is clear. You're good to go. Have a great flight. See you soon.
All right.
David SUT. I was wondering why Brandon is avoiding you. Your
No,
best
I'm
buddy
just
not
kidding.
talking to you.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Clear on the right. Clear on the left.
Got Brandon in
Flow
trouble.
completed. Before
David
taxi
SUT.
checklist. Generator.
Okay, good.
On.
Brandon Armstrong.
Auto.
He's back,
Isolation
ladies
valve.
and gentlemen.
Auto.
Oh,
Engine start switch.
gosh.
Continuous. Recall. Checked. Auto brakes. Rejected takeoff. Flight control test.
All right. Flight control test, and we're going to do yoke left,
Full left.
David SUT.
back to center,
Neutral.
Johnny, I can't say on here,
all the way
but I
right,
got the best
right.
words about you today.
back to center.
Neutral.
Really? Straight
Full
back,
back.
back to center, and forward.
Full forward. Checked.
That's good,
Brake
man.
test. Checked. Before taxi checklist
At
completed.
least somebody likes me, right? All right. Let's see. You want to go ahead and
David
request
SUT.
taxi, please?
Your name goes farther than you think.
Oh,
I'll take care of the taxi request.
I mean, I really don't think about it, to be honest.
Sioux Falls ground, Allegiant 973, ready to taxi. We have information November.
Allegiant 973, Sioux Falls ground, taxi to runway 15 via Alpha 4 Alpha Alpha 5. Allegiant 973, Sioux Falls ground, contact tower on 118.3, have a good evening.
Runway 15.
All right.
Alpha 4 Alpha Alpha 5.
So we got to
Allegiant
go.
973.
But yeah, I don't think about it a lot. I mean, I know people know who
David
I am, but
SUT. That's what makes me mad is the way some treat you.
yeah, I
after
know.
looking at how good you really are to people.
But some people don't.
Anyways, bud, I'm here watching.
Okay. All right. So. All right. We got to jump to. All right. Everything's good there. Let me get my bearings back in place here. All this internet stuff going on. Okay. Okay, we did that.
Brandon Armstrong. Just to update everyone, the church is doing good and is in better shape than it was a few days ago, thank goodness.
Alright, I'm going to pause it just to be safe. Someone said on the live stream, well, you don't got to pause it. Well, okay. If you don't want to pause it, don't pause it. But I pause first officer when I'm jumping to the runway because it does mess up. And the last thing I want is first officer doing an after landing flow when I'm not even landed yet. So, alright. Jump to runway. KF. Was it KFDS? No. KFSD. And it's 15. Yep, 15. Okay, so 15.
Approaching takeoff,
runway 15.
Alright, so that's done. That's good to hear about the church, Brandon.
Flow completed. Before takeoff checklist. Flaps. Sit. Stabilization
Oh,
trim.
and
Sit. Transponder. Sit. Cabin crew. Cabin crew prepare for takeoff. Notified.
I am going
Before
to be,
takeoff checklist completed.
when we get to cruise altitude, I'm giving everybody the full, I'm about to give you guys the whole shebang. Brandon, you might want to join this discussion because it's going to be good. What? All right. We're ready for takeoff. Trim is disabled. Attitude mode is
I'll contact tower for
enabled.
takeoff clearance.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelt because it's going to be a hell of a ride. Or something like that.
Sioux Falls Tower, Allegiant 973, holding short of
And
runway
then after the
15,
discussion,
ready to
Brandon, you
depart.
can leave. I'm not going to keep you on Team Talk that long, but I figure, well, you know what? If you want to join, you can. I'm not saying you got to, so I'll just leave it at that.
Heading. Cleared for takeoff.
Runway 15, fly
All right.
runway heading, cleared for takeoff. Allegiant
Oh,
973.
before I do, I almost forgot. Guys, it's very important. Always check the heading. Pop quiz, Brandon. Brandon, are you there? going on? KFSD. Alright, 15. Alright. 155. Alright, got the heading set. Pop quiz was about the heading, but I'm not sure what you're doing, so anyway. Alright. Parking brake is released. Trim disabled. Attitude mode is enabled. I'm going to do something real quick.
Brandon Armstrong. Yes.
Brandon, why is it important to make sure what the heading is before you take off? Let's see if you've been paying attention to my little tips and stuff these last few days. Hold on, guys. We're waiting on Brandon to answer the question. Then we'll go. Again, why is it important that you know the heading of the runway before you take off? And why is it important that you put that heading in with left bracket shift H for the heading before you take off? Why is that important to do that? And the clock starts now. Na 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 na. Da na 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 na. Da 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 na na na. We're waiting on Grandpa over there, David, to answer the question.
David SUT. LOL, I know this.
You know it? You know it.
Brandon Armstrong. The headings have to match because if it doesn't, you could get off course. David SUT. Yes, I watch you, my man.
I know you do. Brandon, it's course. I'm talking about before you take off from the runway. Why is it important to know, and why? Because you might not have caught this. Wait, David, you said you know it. So let's put David to the test. What is it, David? We'll see what he says.
David SUT. For that program you use.
Oh. You mean
David SUT.
TFM?
TFM.
Oh, wow. He did get it. That's correct. You always want to make sure the heading before you take off. That way your airplane does not more likely go off the runway. It'll stay on track. Wow. I did not. I'm shocked that David answered this, y'all. Like I am shocked. Damn. All right. Let's go, guys.
Thrust that. Check.
Here we go now. We're taking off now, sweetie. Here we go now.
Speed alive. Checked.
All right, Captain, we're all set. Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
80 knots. Checked. V1. Rotate. Center pump's coming off. Positive rate. Gear up. Gear down. Gear up. 400 feet. Lateral navigation.
You got Brandon speechless, I guess,
Flaps up.
David.
Vertical navigation. VNAV on. Autopilot. Command A on.
I think he might be preoccupied over there.
Acceleration altitude.
Information November is now current. Altimeter 3006.
David SUT. LOL.
Giving comms to you.
Thanks, John. I'll handle the comms from here.
Go ahead and request cruise altitude, please. Brandon, you alright, buddy? You ain't saying much.
I can't request a cruise altitude change without ATC's permission. We're currently at 5,000 feet and will climb to FL 390 as per our clearance.
Flow completed.
What do you mean he doesn't have any
After
speaker?
takeoff, check.
I'm
Engine
confused.
start.
73, contact departure
Off.
125.8.
Tax. On.
Switching to departure
Auto
on
brakes.
125.8.
Off.
Allegiant
Brandon
973.
Armstrong.
Up
I'm
and
doing
off.
fine.
Flaps.
I'm just watching
Oh.
you do the takeoff.
After takeoff checklist completed.
What do you mean by no speaker? I'm confused.
Sioux Falls radar, Allegiant 973, evening.
I'm not sure
climbing
what you
past
mean by that.
7,000 for flight level 390.
David SUT. No speaker.
973, Sioux Falls radar.
I don't know. I don't know what he meant by that, David.
Clear direct KP 72E, Allegiant 973.
Alright,
Passing 10,000 feet.
alright, I'm looking at my, oh, you know what? Let me make sure.
David SUT. So the one airplane, getting a really nice offer for price.
Really?
Dear guests, we've now reached a safe altitude and you are free to use your electronic devices. Our onboard Wi-Fi service is available, so feel free to connect and enjoy your flight. Thank you for flying with us today, and if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask.
$2,600. Alright, altitude for that runway is going to be 57 feet. Looks like we got a decent 127, 176. Okay, so we'll have 9 miles to turn from 127 to 176. So we'll catch this like golden, dude. But I wish I could figure out, there's a way to do it. 27.
Brandon Armstrong.
Transition altitude.
Wow, that's a low runway.
Checked.
That's a what runway? That's 56. It's altitude. Five. 130 degrees. And then we got to go to 176 degrees. That's not much of a turn, really. And at 3,000 or above, I'm going to figure out, there's a way to do it where you can set the heading on a waypoint.
973, contact Minneapolis Center on
That's got to figure it out.
132.05.
Switching to Minneapolis
Brandon
Center
Armstrong.
on 132.05.
That's a low
Allegiant
runway at 56 feet.
Oh yeah, but a lot of them are, I mean, a lot of them are that's a normal altitude though. A lot of them are like that, 56. Unless you get into like where the mountains are, or you know, as David was talking about you earlier, that you need to have a good flight to Calgary. That'll get your pants back on like a big boy. That's what he said. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. David was going to tell you that. Oh, my bad, bud. Calgary. That is a tricky airport.
David SUT. Yes, Calgary, Brandon. David
All right,
SUT. Brandon, you need to do it blindfolded.
David? Blindfolded?
David SUT. Oh shit, never mind. David SUT. LOL.
we don't need a blindfold, bud. We can mess up perfectly fine without it.
If I ever fly there, you and Brandon are going with Brandon Armstrong. So David wants me to take up the challenge of that airport. I'll do it.
We'll go to Calgary with you. You ever go there? I would love to go to Calgary. We got 2 hours and 47. Wait, 2 hours and 2 hours. What?
Brandon Armstrong. I was going to say, David, how can I do it blindfolded when I can't see? LOL.
We're at 267 knots, ladies and gentlemen. Put your seatbelts on and hold on tight. Come around the first corner. We're gonna go Mach 12. Not really. Round and around we shall go. All right, David. Got a new song for you to hear, bud.
Brandon Armstrong. I would love to go there myself.
Yeah, I would love. All right.
David SUT. Great.
All right. Let me see if this is the right one. I got a couple of them, but this one's called Lessons I Learned. And I know you like rock, so.
David SUT. Love the beat.
Are you in contact with ATC?
Yes, we're in contact with Minneapolis Center on 132.05.
Captain, we have a situation in the cabin. A passenger is experiencing severe motion sickness.
Brandon Armstrong.
They started feeling unwell.
I love to
shortly after
travel
takeoff.
whenever I can get the
Possibly
chance.
due to turbulence. I'm attending to them now and will keep you updated on their condition.
Okay, yeah, keep. Oh God, here we go. All right, I'm closing the browser because it just
Brandon
buffered.
Armstrong. I love the beat as well. I bet a band like Guns N' Roses could do something like this.
Are we good though, guys? Brandon, are you good with audio?
David SUT. Still here, it's fine.
Okay.
Brandon Armstrong. Yes, we are good with audio. David SUT. Getting food. Listening but just AFK.
Okay. Let's see.
David SUT. I want to hear you and Brandon on Team Talk whatever you're about.
Oh!
OT open up.
Oh. 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 Let's go to Team Talk. Let's go. Oh.
David SUT. Okay, eating now.
All right, David.
Good evening, folks.
What's up, Mr. Brandon?
Not much.
All right. Hold on one second.
Hold on, are we buffering again? Let me see. Yep, it's buffering again.
Yeah, David messaged me. He said, but it wasn't that bad. So we'll see.
No,
what it
it's
is.
not as bad as it was.
They're doing updates. That's why it's doing it.
They pick a fine time to do updates.
Like, I don't know what it is, but it's something pretty big from what my nephew told me. So, it's like,
Why
okay.
couldn't they wait till after midnight or something?
I don't know, but it's annoying.
I feel your pain, my friend. I know the feeling. I got the same provider you do.
Okay. Let me grab my drink. Hold on 1 second. Gotta have my drink.
I know. It is.
I'm gonna end up buying an Ethernet cable to run. It's gonna be better.
I think you're gonna have to, unfortunately.
Yeah, because that's just alright.
Because you're definitely.
It's not like it was earlier. It's buffering, but it's not. It drew bad earlier.
No, but I do agree with you. It is ridiculous.
It is. Get the name of it. I am not in a mirror.
Oh God.
This connection shit solved tomorrow. I'm gonna get an Ethernet cable.
I don't blame you. Like, it should not take this long to analyze.
Alright, so it's called Taipei, T-A-I-P.
T-A-I-P-E.
Yeah, it's just T-A-I and then capital P-E-I, Taipei.
Okay.
It's Taipei orange chicken.
I'll look. Orange chicken. Oh, yeah, that does sound good.
Shut the hell up, be mine. It's just my bed not made up. That don't make it a messy freaking bed, you moron. And then I get the egg rolls in a box. You get 4 egg rolls in a box. They come in a box, and then in the box there's a package with 4 egg rolls. You need the name of that?
Alright.
Hold on, get the name of this. These are good, dude. These are really good. And they're actually, you know how normally you fix up in the microwave and they're not good?
Yeah.
These are amazing. And you can do them in the microwave too.
Are they chicken?
They're egg rolls with, like,
David's probably going, what the hell are you guys doing?
okay. They're great value pork.
Oh, great value pork egg rolls. Okay.
And dude, they're amazing. Let me go put these back in my freezer. They won't be amazing.
Yeah. I would definitely suggest that.
But it worth buying it though. Hold on for a second.
Okay. Computer. Play BBC 4 Extra on Brandon's Echo Dot. You're hungry.
Now they're in the microwave cooking.
Oh
Well,
my god.
2 of them. Okay, well, I went to dinner with my son and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And it's like a, oh, the word's not there. You know, like how you can go to them one restaurants where they make, it's like Japanese, where they make the food on the grill right in front of you?
Yeah, it's a hibachi.
Yeah, so it was like that, only this was Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
And I had plenty of Japanese left to bring home, but my son put them on top of his car, and when we left,
oh no.
my food went bye-bye. He was like, Dad, I am so sorry. I'm like, Jordan, you're fine, bud. I enjoyed spending
Allegiant
time with you.
973, contact Minneapolis Center on
Yeah.
118.825.
Alright, so, this is the way it's going to roll.
Contacting Minneapolis
I've been taking
Center on
this over and over, and I thought,
118.825. Allegiant
you know,
973.
I am a very straightforward person. Like, if I wasn't being straightforward, then
Minneapolis Center,
that wouldn't
Allegiant
be
973. Evening
me. I'm
maintaining flight level
straightforward about
390.
everything that I do. Relationships that I have with my friends, with my family, with my sisters, whoever it is, I am straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
That's just who I am. That's, if I was any other way,
That's the way to be.
then people would say, that's not Johnny being Johnny.
Yep.
Okay. And for a while, I was going to not do this. I was going to wait and only allow those who subscribe to know the full story. And I got to thinking, well, that's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
If people are watching me, no matter if they're subscribers or just followers, everybody deserves to know certain things. And one of them things is about me. Well, I gotta reset the microwave. Hold on. The thing is it's not fair if you're a subscriber and you could be like, well, I know exactly what Johnny went through because I got the full story on a video for being a subscriber. It's not fair.
Yeah. That wouldn't be
I don't
fair.
want people to have to pay to be a subscriber just to hear the truth on a story. Now, I'm going to tell this story. It's not going to be a long, like, road out long. But I'm the only thing that I'm going to do is not include names.
Right.
Doesn't matter the name. Anybody that knows me, they know who I'm talking about, and they probably already know what I went through. So I'm going to shorten this down a little bit. Me and my ex got together in 2023, February of 2023. You know what? I'm not on TikTok yet. You know, I'm going to wait for this until I got TikTok too, because that's where I meant to tell it and I forgot. We're not on TikTok yet, so because it just wouldn't be fair. Anyway. Ustream. Lounging with John is on. Okay, so that means I should be able to go here real quick. You stream. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we'll grab my food. I'll just turn everybody high and hold on a second. Then we'll grab my food and then we'll do this real quick. And Brandon, you know a lot of this.
Yeah.
A lot. I wouldn't say
I
everything.
remember when it first started.
I wouldn't say everything. There might be a few things you learned. But
Alright. Nice. Probably not. No. Oh. A little bit. Alright. Okay.
frozen dinner sometimes it takes a little bit to get cooked all the way. But anyway.
Alright.
We got together in 2023, me and my ex. I remind y'all, me and her was
I
together.
remember when it happened.
Allegiant 973,
we was together
Minneapolis Center.
for
Contact
about
Kansas City
14
Center
years ago.
on 125.25.
And we didn't work out.
Contacting Kansas City Center on 125.25.
Got with her.
Allegiant 973.
Within a year, she wanted me gone. Plus, I got cheated on.
Kansas City Center, Allegiant 973 evening, maintaining flight level 390.
That takes to 2023, February 2023.
City Center, good evening.
Hold on. Hey, you gotta grab it. It's done. Alright. I can think better now. I got my food. I would have had my hibachi, but it got left on the side of the road somewhere. No, I'm just kidding, Jordan, if you're listening, bud. I love you. February of 2023. She got a hold of me. We talked. She went through a lot of stuff. I'm not going to go in details on that because that's nobody's business. She went through a lot of stuff. We ended up talking. And long story short, she wanted to be with me. She wanted to work it back out. She's like, I'll even come down to Indiana to be with you. She's like, but I've been so long without you, and I want to be with you. And I wish we'd have never split up. Yada, yada, yada. So anyway, so she comes down. I move out of my camper because I was living in the camper right by my ex-wife's. I moved out
All
the
because
camper.
of an incident with us, but we won't go there.
Well, no, it was that I didn't live in there because of me and you. No, there was a lot more to it than that, dude. But I lived in the camper. She came down. I moved out of the camper. We stayed in the hotel for about a week. Then we went, started staying with my mom for about, I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months. Between my mom's and my sister's because after my mom's we went to my sister's, stayed there, and then we finally ended up getting a place. Got a house. Bought it. I was buying this house. We moved in together. Guys, 2023 was the best year of my life. By the way, I don't think don't want to say the word, but I think we're good. It's not been doing it
Yeah, I
anymore.
think we are too.
Anyway, I the best year of my life, guys. And you know, you can ask Brandon. When someone knows that anyone knows me, they know when I'm happy, they know when I'm not. And I'm telling you, 2023, there was no sadness whatsoever. There was no anger. There was no bitterness. Yes, I disappeared from being online quite a bit through 2023, and I'll talk about that later too. But I was happy. So we done knew each other. We had done been together. I was already in love with her before. And I threw the big question at her in November because she said, she had made a comment earlier in 2023 around June or July that I heard her say, well, I really wish he would marry me. And I heard her say it to my sister or someone, I forget who it was. Well, I popped the question for her in November of 2023. We had Thanksgiving and Christmas. We had the best Christmas that I'd ever had in the longest time. I mean, guys, we had so much Christmas stuff. And it was just an amazing Christmas.
I remember that.
Then in February, the 18th, if I'm correct, we went into a church and we got married. I'm going to say that again. We went in a church and got married. My mother, my niece, they were there as witnesses. We didn't have a big wedding. We didn't have that kind of money. But we got married. In March, she got a job. And everything went straight to hell.
Yep. That's when it started.
That is when the cheating started. That is when the cold shoulder started. She even had my last name, you guys. I got that proof too, by the way, for court. But she had my last name too.
And I gotta say, this went on and on and on until
all of 2024.
I'd say about September,
February too. Yeah, about September, because that's when I came back to Indiana by myself. So in 2024, around close to August, she talked to me, said, I know I messed up. I want to go home, but I don't want to go without you. Will you please go with me? That was all lies. It was just so she could use my vehicle to get her stuff home. Plus everything that I had to my name. We got up there. Same deal. She got a job. Started talking to their guy. I became obsolete again. Not counting all the lies that were told to people that wasn't true. So many lies made up that wasn't true. Number one, I've never laid a finger on a female in my life. I'm not that kind of person.
No.
But the stories that were being fed to people was off the chain.
I couldn't believe it when you were telling me some of those stories. I was like, what?
I mean, I lost everything. And when I say everything, I'm talking right down to my damn dog. I lost
literally
everything. We had we had something good going. I'd bought another building and put on our property. We're getting ready to open up for a business. We was doing other services. And this fat, short guy ends up being better than me when all he wanted was a flame.
Matter of fact, you were actually in talks with me about hiring me in your business.
Yeah.
I remember we talked about it.
It just continued to get worse. Then she got her kids to come down. They moved in. And it got even worse.
Huh.
And yet, you know, these guys knew exactly what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And she came home one night from work. And her son's like, okay, we need to talk. He's like, because this stuff with you and her, it needs something to be figured out. He's like, y'all just need to be friends. No! It doesn't work that way.
Mm-mm.
So she threw it all away to go back to whatever life whatever. But that's the quick summary of what the hell I went through.
You know, and I remember when she started all that nonsense, I remember she wouldn't come home for hours.
No,
like,
guys.
she would literally find excuses to stay
I
gone.
was being cheated on with her boss's son, which is also my cousin. I am not scared or afraid to admit that as a man, I cried more in 2024 than I've cried in 10 years.
He did. I can testify to that. Like,
she didn't
I
give
could tell he
one
was very sad.
care. One night she left 2 o'clock in the morning. I stood there in the driveway. My face was flooded. She got in that vehicle with that other person and straight up left. You don't do that to someone if you have any kind of love for them.
Especially if you marry him.
And you sure in the hell don't say, oh, well, I just want to be friends now. Guys, I have messed up before in life. We all have. But the things that were done to me, I would never do to anybody.
Yeah, man, that was just horrible. Like, you did not, nobody deserves that. Like, I could tell that whole year you were just down. Like, I could definitely tell.
That's why her son was on my channel the other day telling me, get the music off the internet. No, they don't got your name in it. It don't got her name in it. I'm being respectful about it. I'm not putting names in it.
There's not a damn thing you can do about it.
And I won't lie to you. Don't think for a second there's not nights that I lay here wondering why. I know it's done and over, and it's time for me to, realize that. And I do realize it.
Yeah, but how the hell can you move on from something like that? When you married somebody and then they did that kind of stuff?
I mean, it's just the fact that I gave,
get over that?
I went all in, right?
You gave your all.
It's like gambling. You go all in. I went all in.
You did. And you lost.
Somebody that can go down the road, not even 2 minutes away, and go down there and go in another man's house and call up the guy that you're supposed to be married to and let some random guy that you're sleeping with threaten your supposedly husband, and she didn't do nothing about it. Matter of fact, he called me on her phone.
Wow.
Not counting the fact I had over $10,000 from college. That's all I had left. And she made sure every dime of it went to her.
I'll tell you what really got me is when you called me up that day, and I remember this, and you were telling me about how she had said you have 2 weeks to find a job or I'm gone.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the one time she was trying to find a way to get rid of me so she could do it without feeling so guilty. You got 2 weeks to get a job or I'm leaving you. And I done been trying to get
Now
a
keep
job.
in mind, when they got together, folks, and I heard her say this when I was talking to him one time, he was going to college, and he goes, well, I need to find some work. I wish I could find some work so I can help out. And she literally says, no, don't worry about it. Don't find a job. Don't try and find one. You just finish college and I'll work for both of us. And he said, are you sure? He said, yes. She literally said that.
Now,
I heard it.
I was bringing money in. It wasn't a lot. About $1,000 a month. But
you just wanted a way to help out even more.
Yeah. But I was still contributing. And
right.
I went to job interviews. Guys, when me and her was good in 2023, I got up to 170 pounds. In 2024, I got down to 134.
I believe it.
All I can tell you is I was in a place that I would not want anybody to ever be. Mentally, emotionally, physically, conditionally. And even now, her going to Ohio, or wherever she went, she straight just wrote me out of her life. Blocked me in every way. Like I'm the one that did something.
Yep. And I noticed the change too when she's...
All she can say is, I blocked you because you just won't stop. No, I want an answer.
And you deserve an answer.
Which now I don't. But all the money that I lost, I'll be getting some of that, if not all of that back. So things heading down that alley. Some ain't gonna like it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
That's all I'll say. I mean, who does that?
I couldn't do it to anybody.
You know, and I defended her to no end.
You did.
Even when people, I'm not gonna say names, when they go over there and get in her face and whoop on her, I protected her. Because that's what a husband does.
Contact Kansas City Center on 125.9.
Mm-hmm.
You protect the one you love.
Switching to Kansas
Yep.
City Center on
None of it was
125.9.
good enough.
Allegiant 973.
It never should have happened. It was all just a game.
Kansas City Center, Allegiant 973 evening, maintaining flight level 390.
But
Allegiant 973, Kansas City Center, good evening.
I have got, this is all I'm going to say on it. I've got everything I need to prove everything I need to prove. Being cheated on, money being taken, and the way I was thrown out the pasture like a dog. Yeah.
I still think it's sad that you lost Mojo.
Yeah, I'll always miss him.
He's such a great dog.
And my other dog, she got me that puppy, Chance.
Willow.
Well, I still
Chance.
got Willow, but I had Chance, and she gave Chance to her son, and then when her son couldn't take her, she made me get rid of him. That dog loved
That's
me, dude.
terrible.
That dog
He's
loved
very
me.
smart too.
Yeah. I just hope he's in a good home now.
I do too.
But there it is. And Brandon here, he was around for all of it.
Yep.
Not the crime, because I don't cry in front of nobody, but he could tell I was down.
Oh yeah. Because you weren't joking or nothing like you normally do, and I'm like, yep, that's definitely not him.
I didn't even hardly sim that much. But yet she told everybody
No,
that's
you
all
didn't.
I did, all I cared about was simming. What?
No. I can.
I didn't
I can
get to
testify to
sim
the
that
fact
much.
you didn't really sim. No.
I was in school all the time.
I don't know where she got the idea that you simmed all the time.
Guys,
Is it?
bottom line is this. When we got together, she had nothing. She was at the bottom of her bucket. And I got her back on her feet, and that's the payment that I got.
It was
And
terrible.
yeah, do I sit here and tell myself, man, I hope that every time she kisses this new guy, I hope every time, I hope she sees my face. Now, whether she does or not, or whether the guilt even gets to her, I don't know. But it's sad that I pray that it does.
I think
Everything
it
was
is,
good
'cause, I
until
mean,
that job started. And people came down to live with us. Everything was good. So that is why some of the songs that I have talk about different things. Now y'all know.
You know, and I gotta say, I'm guessing from your point of view, having me around to chat with and vent and get stuff off your chest with last year,
Yeah, make a
I'm
big
sure it
difference,
helped you quite a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I didn't have anybody. And she... I mean, guys, I've got video after video of all the behavior.
Oh, yeah.
3 in the morning. Wanting to go pick this other guy up from a bar.
Yep.
And I wasn't having it. And it emotionally broke her down.
Literally, she was
I never seen
literally
her cry so hard in my life.
Yeah. And I've seen that video. That's where that line and the joke's on you came from, about 3 a.m. crying on the ground. That's exactly where that came from.
Yeah. Let me go dump my plate. Be right back.
All right.
Tell them. Well, whatever you want.
Yeah, it was a bad last year. She did all that junk, used him for money and everything else, and they got an air fryer, and she even got that. He never got that back. It was a nice one too. Maybe I can convince him to get a Kasori like I've got. Which, honestly, is the best air fryer in my opinion, but that's just me. But yeah, like I said, it was very trying last year. It was very sad. I was not happy with her. And I even called her out on Facebook, and she had the nerve to go cussing me out to him
And then blocked you.
instead of saying what she wanted to say to me to my face.
And then blocked you.
And then blocked me.
That's
It's
how
like,
it
you know,
works.
if you got something to say
Say what
to
you
me,
want to say
it
to
them.
somebody, and then go and block them.
Yep.
Now, I'll sit here and I'll say it right now. I don't wish nothing ill on anybody, not even her. I would be a liar if I said that I still didn't have love for her in my heart, because you don't stop loving someone. I never stopped loving her.
And Jesus wouldn't want that.
But God, at this point, would probably tell me, move on. What's done is done, my son. You know, I remember my preacher telling me that when you're in a relationship and you're a believer in God, he said, take your 2 fingers like you're making a V. Holding up 2 fingers like a V. And you take your finger and put your finger in between your 2 fingers at the bottom, in the middle, right at the bottom of that V, right in the middle. He said, you're
Right.
on one side and your wife is on the other. And God and the beliefs in God and faith and all that is up one side of that with where you're at. And it's up the other side where she's at. And as you go up, believing in God, praising God, she has to come up too. But if she doesn't, you don't stop and go back down and wait for her. You keep going. And you pray to God that she goes with you. Does that make sense, Brandon? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if you're with someone and their belief isn't as strong as yours, you don't slow yourself down with your faith or beliefs. You got to keep going in God's direction.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, all of 2023, she went to church with me, you guys. But as soon as other people showed up, came down from the good old Buckeye State, she stopped going.
Yep.
Everybody says it was all just a big setup. It was all played out. Even in 2023. That whole year being faithful and showing affection and love, and I love you, all of it. They say it was all just part of the plan. Get back on my feet and then I can go back home. As she sat there in Ohio before she came to Indiana, she probably thought, I'm going to get a hold of him. He'll take me back. I'll get back on my feet with him, then I'll come back home after I get my life straight. Thanks, John. You know, and I got close to her kids' babies, and now they're not even a part of my life.
Wow.
But I've got my grandson, and I love him dearly.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that I still make comments, you guys, I'm probably still going to for a while. Because the pain is still there. But I'm trying to be the better person, and I've turned myself to music. And I think it helps out a lot.
Yeah.
And the music anybody can relate to. It's not just me. Anybody can relate, you know,
exactly,
to the stuff that I write. I mean, I don't claim to be a professional, but everybody likes what I write. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
I want you to hear this one, you guys. Brandon, I don't know if you, unless you got it going in your background, don't you?
I do.
Okay. Now, bear with me because I'm still working on stuff, but this is this is called Lions, Tigers, and Bears.
Yeah. On a new journey, I'm headed to the top. Don't got time for
Allegiant 973, Kansas City Center. Contact Memphis Center on 133.65.
Then after that song's over, Brandon, you got to give me a rating 1 to 10, but not yet.
Okay.
Memphis Center, Allegiant 973, evening, maintaining flight level 390.
Allegiant 973, Memphis Center, good evening.
Computer, stop Brandon's Echo Dot.
I like this song, I really do.
I do too.
I like it, man.
I'll just give you my rating now.
You like it, huh?
It's a 10.
A 10?
A 1 to 10. He's saying if one is...
Okay,
Wait.
you honestly give that a 10, with 10 being the best and 1 being the worst, so you give it a 10. Like, you think it's...
Yeah.
Nice, okay.
Yep.
You know, I gotta say, like, honestly, if no one's ever tried it, you ought to try writing when you're upset or you feel like you got no one to talk to. Writing is a really good way to, as I call it, squeeze the sponge, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I took mine to music. But I just had an instructor message me today. They're having a poem thing coming up, and I had published a poem that got put in the magazine, and she wants me to come and read my poem again.
Wow.
And I think that says a lot coming from an instructor that's not just someone that's got a bachelor's degree. Like, she's got her master's, PhD.
Right.
I mean, she's up there, man. Like,
Yeah.
Nice.
Hold on, looking for. Okay, so this one, anybody should go by this one. Brandon, you should go by this one. Anybody can go by this one. Because Brandon went through some stuff too. We'll talk about that in a minute. But here it is. It's called Lessons I Learned.
Oh man, I'm getting sleepy.
Hold on 1 minute, Brandon. Then we'll end Tim talking. Just.
I like
so
the beat
true.
of that song.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm telling you, the way that starts, like Guns N' Roses could do that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Real quick, I want to. I think this is it. I'll let you go here in just a minute, Brandon. Hold on. Oh, was the one.
When life got rough, everything went south. When people stop believing in you, they just tired of a net mouth. Oh yeah. It was when you lost all hope. Had no clue.
Listen to the words of this.
Nah, girl, you didn't have a clue.
Every word, listen to it.
It was when no one was there. It was all but one person. Let's just be honest, the only one that really did care. He was the one who trusted in you. Was always there. There was nothing he wouldn't do. 'Cause he was the one that was ready to take you back. He forgot about the past. Ooh yeah, girl, you know
love this song.
It's a good song.
I don't know. I like the rhythm of it.
Me too.
And it's so damn true.
It really is.
Was always there, there was nothing he wouldn't do.
How you listening to this, Brandon? On your speaker?
Yeah, on my Google display.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. Hold on one second. I got to go through these later, guys, but I have got so many songs, and if you're new and you've not heard much of this music, I promise you, I'm not bragging, but there is some good music that I think that any of you would like when you listen to it. And I'm going back to when I wrote songs. One song I wrote was called Online. That was there's a lot of country songs that I wrote that are really good. And then I wrote some rock songs. I wrote some rap songs. I mean, there's a whole mixture of music. And even though, let me just say this. Even though I got absolutely broken, shattered, and clattered, a lot of this music does relate to stuff I went through, but there's a lot of it that, guys, if you've ever been through anything, a lot of these songs, anybody could relate. Now, there are some that is specifically me venting in the nicest way that I know, and some of them might not go with you at all, because some of the stuff done to me, I wouldn't do it to even my worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I'm not taking credit like, ooh, look at me, look what I did. Woo, Johnny, good boy. But I helped that girl get her confidence back. She had no confidence. She had no spark. But to me, even before she felt that spark again, I already saw it, because that's what love does.
Mm-hmm.
But I gave that stuff back to her. I helped her get her appearance back. I didn't care what people thought what she looked like. But as soon as she got new teeth, all that, started wearing the makeup again, now she's looking good, and I became obsolete. And if she ever listens to it, I'm going to talk like you are right now. I don't care what you say.
Yep.
I was done like a dog. not giving no names out. And too bad if people know who you are. Well, I guess they know the truth now, don't they? And I will never let it happen again. And I will not be told what to do by anybody's kids. They might as well throw that in the garbage. That ain't happening, Captain. Considering that, you know, in most cases they'll live just like Mama did, with nothing. But all right, so that is all I got for the story. If you guys, you know, want to ask questions, you can always send me messages. I'm gonna let Brandon go so he can go to bed. I think he's wanting to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go lay down. But I want to wish everybody a good night. Hope everybody has an awesome night.
All right, do I have any other admins on? Probably not. Shit.
Probably not. I don't think.
Are you gonna
have any issues this late?
Are you gonna be listening, or are you shutting all the way off? Like, are you listening or no?
I'm tuned in. Yes.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna tune in while I try to go to sleep. But I don't think you'll have any issues this late.
I wouldn't be so sure, dude. You don't never
okay.
You don't never know, but. Even if you just tune in, if I need you, I'll holler at you.
Yeah, I'll be tuned in.
Well, because you said you like listening to the flights late at night, so when you're laying down.
I do.
So
especially when they're the longer ones.
Well, the next one's probably going to be longer. It's probably going to be to where you've been wanting me to go.
Oh, finally. We're going to get to the Fiji Islands.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to go land out there in Fiji.
I'm telling you. We need to do a Pacific tour.
Well, we need to write down the airports that we can go to. That way
I thought you copied all of them.
I thought I did too. Did it? No, I thought we just wrote down a few of them.
We did, but I thought you copied the ones that you had gotten. Yeah, I thought you had copied the ones that you were wanting to go to.
Oh, you know what?
Like
I do.
Islands.
Yep. I bet I can put them in that program.
I bet you could.
Yeah, but the only problem is that program will want to fly. I don't want it to fly for me, though. That's the only thing.
No.
So we'll have to fly them manually, which is fine. I can do that. But.
Well, but I mean, I enjoy even ATC when you're going over the ocean to go to the Fiji Islands. I think it's relaxing, so.
Yeah. Well, tune in. I'm going to be talking about doing flares on your own and how you can do it and all that stuff while we're still flying.
Oh, cool.
So that'd be something for you to...
Yeah, I won't be saying much, but I'll be laying down, but I'll be tuned in.
I got you.
All right.
All right, dude. We'll see you. Let's see. All right, so from 39,000, the next altitude when we start our descent be 32,000. 25,000. 19,000. And then 8,000 or above. $7,000, between 7,000 and 13,000. 6,349. Then down to 3,000A. Then down to 2,600. then 1460. Oh, we do got 3. Okay. Okay. 3,000. So it updated my waypoints. And now instead of that 2,600, it's going to be 3,000. That's at 099 degrees. Then we'll turn to 130 degrees. And then our ILS will be at 176 degrees. Alright, so let's go ahead. We only got 45 minutes till descent, ladies and gentlemen, so we might as well go ahead and get the flight plan and get our descent thing done. That way when we get ready to do our descent, everything's set up, we ain't got to worry about nothing. When we do our descent, get to the runway, land, everything goes perfect. Brandon, say that back 3 times without stuttering. Alright, right's off 3, right's off 4.
Allegiant 973, contact Memphis Center on 126.45.
109.10. 176. 109.10, 176. 109.10.
Allegiant 973.
76. 109.10. 176.
Memphis Center, Allegiant 973, evening, maintaining flight level 390.
Then we'll
Allegiant 973, Memphis Center,
get our
good evening.
forecast here for the weather for our descent. Then we'll load it in. It's going to tell me to execute. Then I'm going to execute with the command of Alt plus E. That executes. Then I'm going to do Alt plus G. That'll take me back to our waypoints. And then I'm going to do right bracket, Control D. That's going to be for destination runway. In the first box, I'm going to type in Kilo Papa India Echo SKPIE. That's the airport code. And we got 2 runways. Oh boy, which one did I pick? Oh boy. Let me look and see. Oh, this is easy enough. I can go, oh yeah, runway 18. We're good. Yeah! Runway 18, baby! We'll hit OK. And then that box went away. I'm going to do right bracket Control D one more time. And then I'm going to Shift Tab. It says ILS details. ILS/GS. It's a Category 2. Autoland, 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 baby! Runway 18. Frequency is 109.10. With a course of 179.2. Now you might be asking, now wait a minute, Johnny boy. You said the course was 176. Why is it saying 179.2? That's a good question. And if I had Brandon on here or on the stream and not acting like an old man so much, oh, it's hard, I'd tell him to answer why that is. But being he ain't here, I'll go ahead and answer it. Is that right, David? Sometimes we gotta look out for the old-natured people. Alright. It's because of the magnetic heading. Okay? So we're still going to get that same heading. But it's all because of the magnetic heading. I don't understand the magnetic heading 100%. But I know that they kind of go together. Kind of like love and marriage. Love and marriage. goes together like Brandon in a carriage. This, I tell you, Brandon, you probably won't be landing. Oh, my bad. I'm just in a good mood, guys. I try to stay positive. You know what I'm saying? But we are good for everything. We got everything figured out here. Let's go down here and do our descent flow. Descent flow button. What does it do? If I was to ask Brendan, he would have no clue. Da 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 da. Alright, here we go. I was trying to get his attention, but
Brandon Armstrong. No, I won't, LOL.
Brandon! Love and marriage. You know, it goes together like a horse and a carriage. This, I tell ya, brother.
Flow completed. Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Da 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 da.
Set. Recall. Checked. Auto brakes. Set. Landing data. 1, 2, 3. Minimums.
Whoa,
2,
wait
0,
a minute.
0. Approach briefing. We're expecting the ILS approach for runway 04. The minimum altitude is 200 feet. We'll use auto brakes for. We can expect to park at gate 83. In case of go around, we'll climb per ATC instructions on the runway heading. Any questions? I'm good.
Okay, I had to check something.
Completed. Descent checklist completed.
Brandon Armstrong. You got my attention.
Hold on a minute, Brandon. Give me 1 second. Oh. All right. Brandon is the man. Yes, he is. I say Brandon is the man. Got a whole bunch of kids. And that's the way it is. All right, now. Okay, that looks good. Fix that.
David SUT. Okay, listen.
Oh God.
That guy is like the ghost of Eve. Always vanishing. I thought we was older than Brandon Johnny. David SUT. LOL.
Well, I mean, we are older. But, you know.
David SUT. I'm still up and even work tomorrow.
Well, you're a late.
David SUT. An old man is tired.
Yeah, he's tired. He's a tired man. Okay, so guys, I want to talk about something you can do when landing if worst case scenario. Okay. Now it's got to be exactly the way that I explained this scenario. You're going to land.
Brandon Armstrong. I was on for a while, David LOL.
Well, yeah, we ain't been on that long though, cause I was gone all day. Anyway, you're going to land. You get down to 200 feet. We'll say 300. You get down to 300 feet. And all of a sudden you hear the one alarm that you don't want to hear. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? If you do, say it now. Trust me, I'm pop quizzing you. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? What is the one sound that we don't want to hear at 300 feet? Anybody? Come clap your hands.
David SUT. Autopilot.
Oh, damn. He's on it. That's it. All right. Now, granted, someone sighted could do this a lot easier than we can. So, those that might not be sighted, hopefully you'll use this and practice it. And don't be scared to practice. Make a short flight and practice it.
The autopilot off alarm.
That's right, Brandon. You got it too, buddy. So at 300 feet, the dag-nabbing autopilot. Well, let me do something. Hold on. At 300 feet, the autopilot goes off. Now, I believe we all know what that sound is. Autopilot's off. What do I do? Oh, no. Now, I turned it back on. I just wanted to show you an example. Okay? We're good, though. We're back on. LNAV is on. VNIL is on. All right. Anyway, that's the sound. So, at 300 feet, you got a couple options. What can you do?
Allegiant 973, Memphis Center, contact
Stand
Atlanta
by.
Center on 127.3.
Atlanta Center on
Switching to Atlanta Center
127.3.
on 127.3. Allegiant 973.
Matter of fact, let me set my altitude anyways.
Atlanta Center, Allegiant 973.
We're going to set it for...
Maintaining flight level 390.
So, set my altitude to 1500. That way, if we got to go around or something like that, we'll be able to do it. Alright. So, we get to 300 feet. The alarm goes off. What do we do? What do we do, folks? What do we do when the autopilot goes off? I'm gonna ask you. Participation would be appreciated. Brandon, autopilot goes off. What are you gonna do? Now don't say flare, because that's obviously I'm teaching you guys that. I'm talking before thinking about anything to do with flare. What are you gonna do? A, I'm just gonna turn the autopilot back on and hope it lands. B, I'm going to kick my autopilot back on, but I'm going to do the Control Shift G twice to initiate a go around. Or option C, I'm going to put my attitude mode on, and I'm going to do my best to keep this airplane straight. And I'm going to come in, and I'm going to flare that sun gun, and I'm going to land it. Now, up until now, you would not have told me that you were going to do that. So, what would you do? I got to know before we move on. Brandon?
David SUT. If you're Brandon, you might take a nap.
Oh my gosh.
Brandon Armstrong. I say option C. David SUT. LMAO.
Well, that's right, Brandon. Flare it. If at all possible, flare it. Here's a question. Do you think that if you're at 300 feet and the autopilot goes off, that between 300 feet and landing, do you think that the plane is going to need to be making a turn to the left or right at all? No. You're lined up at that point. You're lined up. You can double check it with right bracket and the letter D for distance. And if it says like 1, it might say 0 if you're right on top of it, but other times it might say 1, maybe even 2. What you're going to do is let that plane continue to drop, but don't let the nose get below 2 or below 1. And then when it says 100, slowly pull back on your yoke, make it say 1. Then you're going to hear 50, 40, 30, 20. As it's doing that, try to bring your yoke up to 2. And then as soon as you touch down, hit F2, throw that reverse in. I think it's F2 for the reverse thrust. Alright. Well, I was waiting on Brandon or somebody to say something, but I think Brandon is zoning out.
David SUT. Brandon, are you out of it, bud? And I like that idea, Johnny.
I don't know what happened to Brandon. I think he fell off the bed, hit his head, and knocked himself unconscious. Alright, so anyway, to practice this, guys, you don't got to do a long flight to practice it. Set up short flights. Practice it. Get good at it. Because that will save you. I mean, think about it. What if you're...
Brandon Armstrong. Yes, it is F2, and no, I'm not zoning out.
What if it's 500 feet and it goes off? Normally it doesn't, but I'm going to guess that you're probably still going to be lined up with the runway. Now, if you know for that the flight is off already, like you just got other things happening, you're like, no, it ain't nowhere near lined up. We didn't get nothing. We didn't get the ILS. Yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. Okay? Then don't try it. But if you know you're at the airport, what is it going to hurt to try it? Because the odds of you, being at 300 feet and then going around, it's very possible, but I'm just saying, like, extend yourself in the aviation world and simulating and learn new stuff. Right? It's worth it. It's well worth it. So I'm going to be doing that from now on.
David SUT.
Trying to land.
Yes, father.
Oh, hush it, old man. He said. Oh, goodness.
David SUT. LOL.
Come clap your hands. Clap your hands. Come clap your hands, baby. We got 24 minutes till we start a descent. Brandon's over there and he's one of my friends. I'm going to land in his yard or on his house. And for goodness sakes, I hope I don't kill his mouse. So keep your pets inside. Don't let them out. Keep your pets inside. Keep them up in your house. Because I'm coming to land and I don't know what'll happen. Anyway, good times, guys. I know I'm silly. I get it. You gotta be silly sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You know the old saying, don't hate, appreciate.
Brandon Armstrong. That's a good way to land.
Or in Brandon's definition, it'd be, don't hate, I'm going to go and urbate. Oh, gotta give you a hard time, buddy. Oh, goodness.
David SUT. LMAO, hell no. Brandon, you've been hiding in Granny's woodshed out back?
Oh my God. Oh gosh. Oh my God.
David SUT. I'm kidding, bud.
Yeah, you better tell him you're kidding. You'll get him aggravated. Don't take much to get his ticker going. Tick, 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 tick.
Brandon Armstrong. Wow, where the hell do you come up with this stuff, LOL?
Hey, you ain't asking me. I didn't say it. but you can gladly take that battle up with Mr. David over there if you want to. By all means. David, I think he's wanting to. I think he wants to have a debate. Damn. A debate. It's a debate. Alright, so we're gonna land. Yeah. Hey, look, guys, this looks good. Looks real good. Mm-hmm.
David SUT. Let me grab my logbooks.
Oh, shit. There you go, Brandon. All yours, bud. Oh, I need to. I'll be with you guys in 1 second.
Brandon Armstrong. No thanks, I don't want to take up a battle with David.
You sure? Brandon, I think Brandon said he'll challenge you any day, David. I think that's what he said.
David SUT. In the state of Indiana, State vs. Brandon Armstrong 159-2441 indecent / a little too happy.
Oh my. Oh gosh.
David SUT. LOL.
She said, I like it. I love it. I want some
David
more
SUT.
of it. Ooh,
Kidding, buddy.
Ooh. He should know you're kidding. If he don't, then well, I've got the degrees. I guess I can be his therapist. Dun-na-na-na-na. Dun-na-na-na-na. Dun-na-na-dun-dun. All right.
David SUT. LOL.
Oh, I emailed you too, David. Wait a minute. Oh, I about deleted the wrong line.
Brandon Armstrong. Wow. I wouldn't want to challenge either of you. David SUT. I do got to hit the bed. Johnny calling you in the morning. We will need you. David SUT. We're puppies.
Yeah, Brandon, we're just innocent puppies. Alright, man, we'll talk to you, dude.
David SUT. I'm keeping you on my 80-inch in our room.
Oh. That's a big TV now, brother. Yeah, that's good. You're good. And then delete. Oh, I better get rid of that vector right there. Vector,
David
Vector.
SUT.
Brandon's after Hector.
Love the sounds. Night, kids.
See you, bud.
Brandon Armstrong. Oh boy. When David meets Johnny, you know someone's about to have a very bad day, lol.
Allegiant 973, contact Atlanta Center on 120.55. Contacting Atlanta Center on 120.55. Allegiant 973.
Brandon Armstrong. You have a good night, David.
Atlanta Center, Allegiant 973, evening. Maintaining flight level 390.
I say,
Allegiant
hey,
973, Atlanta Center, good evening.
I'm a rock star. You know, for fun, I should do rewrites of songs that's already out, like just for fun. You know, I mean, not obviously to sell or anything, because you can't do that. But I could come up with some good stuff on some of the rewrites for some songs that's already out there. Like, let's see. Let me give you one quick one, just off the rip. It could be like, what is
Allegiant
it?
973, Atlanta
Session.
Center. Expect the banked one arrival.
David and
in about 20 minutes.
Johnny's
I also want
in.
your descent.
Another idiot
Expect
breaking
the
the
bank one
law.
arrival,
Better
Allegiant
tell
973.
your friends. Oh gosh. Hey, I could do a rewrite of that Eminem song, Kim. You're going in the trunk. No. Matter of fact, get up in the front. Boy, that'd be, no, I can't be that evil. Like that song, if you're not sure what song I'm talking about, you look up that song called Kim by Marshall Mathers. It is a brutal, brutal song. You guys ever look at the way times change everything, don't they? You didn't see the cheating and betrayal the way you do now. Like back then, that wasn't as common. Like
Brandon Armstrong. You should do that.
Like back then, that stuff didn't happen all the time. Of course, today, you know, somebody's, well, probably daughter-in-law by now, said that it's just a normal thing that happens these days and people should just get used to it. No. You don't get used to being cheated on. Okay, this ain't no skeeter
Allegiant
on your
973,
knock it
contact
off,
Jacksonville
okay?
Center on 134.3. Contacting Jacksonville Center on 134.3.
So on the down
Allegiant
low, worst case,
973.
we will flare if we have to. So grab your brush and do your hair before we land. Do you understand? And if you're hungry, I got some beanie weenies in the
Allegiant
can.
973, evening, maintaining
Hold on, I'll
flight
have
level
my flight attendant
390.
go get them and put them in your hand.
Allegiant
You
973,
understand?
Jacksonville Center, good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting our descent here very shortly. I want to thank you for flying with Allegiant. We've got about 264 miles until we actually arrive at the airport, tires down, and come to a complete stop. However, to reach descent, we've only got approximately, and let me look real quick, but I do believe 98 miles. What happened to my flight attendant? What'd you do to
Ladies
her,
and
Brandon?
gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant speaking.
Okay.
As we prepare for our descent into St. Petersburg, I'd like to remind you to ensure your seatbelts are fastened and your seatbacks and tray tables are in their full upright positions. We'll be on the ground shortly, and we thank you for flying with Allegiant Air today. If there's anything you need before we land, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.
Make sure you tell the passenger to stay in their seat. If not, my boss, David, will have to get up and it won't be quoted. Think she'll repeat that? Probably not. All right.
Folks, just a quick reminder to please stay seated with your seatbelts fastened while we're in the air. We want to ensure everyone's safety and comfort during the flight. Thank you for your cooperation.
I meant to ask you how things end up going with that passenger. Everything good now?
Yes, Captain. Everything is sorted out now. The passenger is feeling much better after some rest and hydration. Thank you for checking in.
You're doing an amazing job tonight. How about dinner after we land? We'll go back to the hotel, watch a movie, and relax. How's that sound?
Thanks, John. Dinner and a movie sounds great. Let's focus on getting us safely to KPIE first.
Oh, I got the co-pilot to go out for dinner and a movie. There I go again. Making myself look like my apes. It's alright to have more than one fling. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but you gotta treat them like socks. You put them on your feet, and after they no longer seem to be comfortable for you, you just take them off and throw them away. Oh, goodness. No, we did have a good flight. Brandon, what's going to happen? We're probably not going to take off right after I get landed. We'll probably disconnect for a little bit, and then I'll be back. But if you're asleep, maybe you won't hear a notification, but otherwise maybe you will. I don't know, but I will be putting the plane back in the air again. It's a good sound when you're relaxing. That is for sure. And I forgot I gotta go to the doctor tomorrow too, so. First part of my day I'll be gone with the wind, baby. You know, I gotta say, I was trying to set up the thing on Facebook where you can basically you can add your card, and then if someone owes you your money or something, they can pay you through the Facebook. But evidently, unfortunately, that is not accessible enough, because I don't even see the button that's there on Messenger where you're supposed to do it. So that really sucked. let's see. All right. 25 miles to go.
Approaching top of descent.
All right. Top of descent, ladies and gentlemen. La da 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 da. La da da da. That is not what I was looking for. I don't know. Where did it go? There it is. Booyah! Here we go, kids. Go ahead and let ATC know that we've started our descent, please.
I have informed ATC that we're starting our descent. Jacksonville Center, Allegiant 973, starting our descent from flight level 390.
Allegiant 973, descend via Bank 1 into St. Pete.
Descending via Bank 1 into St. Pete. Allegiant 973.
Wait, what ATC say? Send what?
ATC cleared us to descend via the Banked 1 arrival into St. Pete.
Bangs, B-A-N-G-Z.
We're descending via the Banged 1 arrival into St. Pete. It's a standard arrival route to help us line up for the approach.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've left
What
our cruising
altitude is
altitude
that
and
at?
started our approach to
The
St.
bank.
Petersburg. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. The use of lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you for your cooperation as we prepare for landing.
The Banged 1 arrival will guide us down to 1,000 feet at the Banged waypoint. We'll continue descending from there as instructed by ATC.
Yeah, the bangs that I have is 7,000/12,000.
That's correct, John. The Banged 1 arrival has us descending to 12,000 feet at Banged, then down to 7,000 feet at the next fix.
Speed brake armed.
We gonna land this in there like butter and bread, buddy. Y'all just don't pay attention to what Brandon tells you to do, because he will crash you. That is his everyday goal. Who can I crash today? No, I'm just playing. Looking good so far. good, guys. We're at 226 knots and I don't understand why we're going so slow across this crazy land. We better go a little faster cause we're going too slow. No, not really. Oh, we sped up a little bit there. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Daggone, buddy. It's a speed break. Now, Brandon don't want to sleep. He's getting old, y'all.
Transition altitude. Checked.
He can't hang with the big dog. You're a room. I should have a camera in another day or so. Y'all can see my pretty ugly face on there and everything. Wow, wow, wow. Or something like that. Don't wait on Brandon. He'll leave you hanging like a hanger in a closet with an abandoned house. Wow, wow, wow. Huh? Turn my spoiler off on me. We gotta slow this puppy down, right?
Allegiant 973, expect the ILS runway 36 approach into St. Pete.
Expecting the ILS runway 36 approach into St. Pete. Allegiant 973.
$240 knots. That's not too slow. I'm gonna buy Brandon a Windows 2000 computer, yeah, so he can get into Flight Sim on Steam and probably nothing else. Wow. Just kidding, Brandon. I'm just kidding. I'm just joshing you, bud. I know a little something. Maybe not much. But one day I'll meet the one and have the right...
Allegiant 973, contact Tampa approach on 125.3.
Switching to Tampa approach on 125.3.
Don't
Allegiant 973.
Don't tell me what to do. Leave me be. Alright.
Tampa approach, Allegiant 973, evening, descending past 14,000.
Allegiant 973, Tampa approach. Good evening, St. Pete, altimeter 30.18.
Let them know we're reducing speed to 230 knots. That is 230 knots.
I'll let ATC know about the speed reduction.
Yes, you will, baby. Oh yes, you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes, you will.
Tampa approach, Allegiant 973, slowing down to 230 knots.
Done.
Allegiant 973, speed adjustment to 230 knots acknowledged.
flaps 2. Anti-ice off.
Set. Flaps 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our final approach into St. Petersburg, please ensure that all electronic devices are turned off and stowed away until we have arrived at the gate. Kindly put your tray tables away and return your seats to their full upright position. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened. Once we land, Allegiant Air Staff will provide information regarding your connecting flights. Thank you for your cooperation. Crew, please check that everyone is seated and seatbelts are fastened. Captain, cabin is ready.
Allegiant 973, descend and maintain altitude 6,000, altimeter 1022.
Descend and maintain 6,000, altimeter 1022, Allegiant 973.
Set speed 205.
Speed 205.
Set flaps 10. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Allegiant 973, descend and maintain 3,000, turn right, heading 160 vectors for the ILS runway 36 approach.
Descend and maintain 3,000. Right turn, heading 160 for vectors to the ILS runway 36 approach. Allegiant 973.
Set speed 190.
Speed 190. Flaps 15. Flaps 25. Flaps 10. Gear down. Gear up.
Allegiant 973, turn right heading 175.
Gear down.
Right to heading 175, Allegiant 973.
Flaps 15. Flaps 25. Glide slope alive. Approach mode on.
Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Arrow reference 3019er. Approach checklist completed.
Turning right heading 185, Allegiant 973.
Flaps 30. Command B on. Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Landing checklist.
Flaps 40. Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
Check.
Speed brake.
Check.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
Check.
Cabin crew. Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Turn right heading 1905.
Turning right, heading 1905. Allegiant 973.
400. 300.
Minimums.
100. Approaching minimums.
Auto throttle.
30. 20. 10.
Speed brake out.
That was a beautiful,
Reverse thrust.
beautiful landing,
70 knots.
folks. -10.
Well, folks, welcome to sunny St. Petersburg. We had a smooth landing thanks to Captain John and First Officer JD. The local time is 1:40 a.m., and the weather is a pleasant 22 degrees Celsius with clear skies. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until we reach our final parking position. Did you know St. Petersburg holds the record for the most consecutive days of sunshine? It's a great place to soak up some rays.
Man, that was an awesome
First
landing.
Officer JD, and the entire crew, including Sarah, Mike, Jessica, and Tom, we thank you for flying with Allegiant Air. We hope you have a fantastic stay or a safe journey to your next destination. Goodbye and take care.
Initiating after landing checks. Initiating after landing checks. Flow completed. Shutting the aircraft down.
Look, we had a -3 on that landing. That was beautiful. Well, that is it for now. We'll be back here a little bit later, you guys.
Flow completed. Shutdown checklist.